This is The Top, where I interview entrepreneurs who are number one or number two in their industry in terms of revenue or customer base. You'll learn how much revenue they're making, what their marketing funnel looks like, and how many customers they have.
I'm now at $20,000 per talk.
5 and 6 million.
He is hell-bent on global domination. We just broke our 100,000 unit sold mark.
And I'm your host, Nathan Latka.
Okay, Top Tribe, this week's winner of the $100 that I give away every Monday is Kim Dust. She's in the entertainment industry and is currently working a full-time day job and doing her side hustle on the side. Kim, congrats. For you, here's a chance to win $100 every Monday. Simply subscribe to the podcast on iTunes now and then text the word Nathan to 33444 to officially enter. Again, text the word Nathan to 33444 after you subscribed.
Folks, many of you reach out to me and you say, Nathan, so many guests on your show talk about the importance of batching. But whenever I try and batch, you tell me this. You go, Nathan, they don't book back-to-back times. Or they don't show up after they book. It's frustrating. The answer is, guys, you have to use smart tools. I use a tool called Acuity Scheduling at nathanlatka.com/schedule. I'll tell you specifically how I use it later on in the episode. Nathan Latka here. This is episode 531, and coming up tomorrow morning, you'll learn from Steve Richard. They've raised $1 million. They just passed $70,000 in monthly recurring revenue to record sales calls and coach sales executives with his company, ExecVision. Top Tribe, good morning. Our guest today is Alex Babin. He's a serial entrepreneur who has more than 10 years of expertise in innovation, product development, and artificial intelligence. He started his first hybrid vehicle company at the age of 24, funded by DFJ. Is that Draper Fisher, Alex?
Yes.
Yep, good. He also founded an interactive video software company. Now he's running an artificial intelligence communication startup, building a device-centric, secured corporate email client called Xero. Alex, are you ready to take us to the top?
Yes.
All right. Yeah, thanks for coming on. And it was funny, and in the pre-interview stuff, you said you founded the podcast, what was it, a few weeks ago or a few months ago, or when?
No, I wasn't in a podcast. I was just listening to podcasts, and I really enjoyed your podcast. As I was telling you, I was listening almost all of them. It's really, really great podcast.
It was
Probably
great.
The best on startups I ever heard.
Oh, that's really nice of you. Yeah, you said you listened. I love it when I get feedback where you say, "Oh, I listened to one, and then Nathan, I just couldn't stop. I kept listening to it." So that made my day. I appreciate that, Alex. So tell us about the business. So you're running XeroApp.email. What is it doing? How do you generate revenue?
Actually, it's pre-revenue right now.
Okay.
But we have a list of pre-sale customers who are waiting for us to roll out the next version of our platform, so they can start using it. And the difference about Xero is that we're focusing on corporate market. There are email apps, there are a dime a dozen, and all of them are probably the same, different with some features. We're focusing on productivity, and we help people be productive with the help of AI. And our main focus is on corporate. So with a corporate market, you just charge per user per month.
Okay.
This is our plan.
So how are you guys support if you're pre-revenue? Well, first off, when did you launch the business?
We launched the company about 2 years ago. We've been in a stealth mode for about a year, and we launched the first version a year ago. Okay, so 2014, you're in stealth now. And how are you supporting yourself if you're pre-revenue? We have a seed round closed in May, $700K, mostly from angels. We have great investors from Google, ex-Googlers, ex-Amazon, Skype, all of the communication companies. So we have angels from these companies.
We had, and I think Tim Draper invested, right?
No.
Oh, he didn't?
No.
Oh, what was the DFJ investment from?
Oh, it was a long ago. It was my first company in Russia, and it was a hybrid vehicle technology company.
Got it. Okay, so Tim invested in that one.
Yep.
Got it. Okay, very good. So you raised $700K seed round. How many founders do you have?
We have 3 founders, and we have a great team of 6 total.
Okay.
Well, our CTO, Georg, is a guy who was working previously on image recognition, AI for skin cancer detection through images. So it's a really, really great experience in algorithm and AI technologies.
So while this space is an interesting one, it's crowded, and I'm wondering who's going to win. I mean, you have Superhuman, you have Polymail, you have you guys. I mean, I imagine there's a bunch that I don't even know about that you guys are looking at. Who's going to win this space?
I guess not the best one, but the one who will penetrate the market with the most convenient way for the user, for the customer. Mm-hmm. Because what we experienced is that when we started targeting customers, specifically corporate customers, we saw that they just don't want to change anything.
Exactly.
Or they can't for some reason. For example, if we're talking about corporates, they have the security policies, right? Right now, just to clarify, we're targeting specific niches like law firms, healthcare, financial institutions, because those guys, they use outdated software. Sometimes it's so outdated. I mean, like when you look at it, you just start crying because and the most important thing for them is productivity and time, especially if we talk about lawyers, right? So, but they have strict security policies, and all other companies, they claim they have AI, productivity features, but mostly they use cloud infrastructure to run this, right? And those companies that we target, they cannot use cloud software. They cannot violate
privacy.
Exactly. They cannot violate their own privacy and security policies, internal policies. In our case, we're probably the only company that develops an artificial intelligence on device. It's a device-centric, so it runs on the device itself, not in the cloud. And we have very, very strict security policies. So it's just between your device and your email provider, whatever you use, Gmail, Hotmail, and mostly Exchange for corporates.
So Alex, fast forward us though. So how are you guys doing now in terms of market penetration? How many downloads does the app have to date?
We have a free app on App Store. We have about 30,000 downloads with 10,000 monthly active and 2,000 daily active.
Okay. And define daily active. Does that mean they just logged on, or does that mean they actually opened or sent an email?
They open, they send emails, they do lots of stuff. So the interesting thing about the difference between monthly active and daily active, because with email app, should be a daily app, right? Mm-hmm. With our app, it's a bit different, because when we started, we just launched an MVP, and it was like Tinder for emails, right? It was there were cards. Emails were summarized as cards, so you can flip them right or left, keep or archive. And we see that people are coming back to our app weekly and monthly to clean up the inbox, and they still do that. But we see the shift from monthly active to daily active. So once we introduce new features, new AI assistants and stuff like that, they're coming back and using it more and more. So we see, even from the old users, we see the daily active users grow.
Yep. I just think this, I mean, you have Seedmail, Spark. I mean, the list goes on and on. It's like I think it's challenging to communicate to the larger population all of these security benefits, right? Because everyone else just throws it up as a marketing term on their pricing page, and they throw up a checkbox, right? When nobody actually knows what it means. And I'm actively watching this space, very interested in kind of who's going to win, if anybody, if people switch away from Gmail or their native ones. So what do you guys, what's the plan? How are you going to make money?
As I said, we are charging corporates. I mean, like we're
or no?
Yeah. Right now we have we are going to introduce the new version with Exchange support in December 15th.
Oh, very good.
So this is the day we start generating revenue, because we have already customers waiting for the.
How many are on the waiting list?
There are 6 of them right now, but They're pretty big. So in terms of the corporate market, you just have to sign up one, and it just goes around the company.
And who are you selling to? Are you selling to the CTO, since they have to give the security approval, or who?
Right now, we mostly target CIOs, because those guys are in the middle of requests from the company for them to help to be more productive. And on the other side, they're responsible for security and privacy of the company, the corporate data.
And what will you charge per seat?
Right now, we have $2.99 per month per user.
$2.99 or $300
$300.
Okay, per seat.
Yeah, per seat per month, plus some support fees depending on the size of the company.
Got it. Well, so what is you're going to introduce pricing? I imagine obviously the best investor is your customer, but do you guys plan on going out and raising capital after you prove some initial traction?
Yes, we actually opened the seed round last month. Already 200K committed.
How much do you want to raise?
We're planning to raise up to 1 million.
Okay, on what? And is it an equity or a convertible note?
It's convertible note capped.
Okay, and what's the cap?
5 million.
Okay, cap at 5 million. How were you able to negotiate the $5 million cap being pre-revenue?
Actually, mostly because we already have customers waiting for the product. So, anyone can talk to them, see what they're waiting for the product.
Even just the 6 customers, that was strong enough for you to convince investors to give you a $5 million pre-money cap?
Actually, what we see when we started, we saw definitely they were angels, but we see some our users converting into our investors. That was actually really funny, giving us. There were small checks like 20K, 10K,
yep.
But still, that was really inspiring. And
is that you're talking about the 700K first round you did? That's how you did it?
Yeah.
And was that a note as well?
Yes.
And at what cap?
It was 1 million.
Okay, good. So, and when did you close that round?
In May.
Okay, good. So, I mean, you're saying basically you 5x the company size by building a customer, pre-selling it essentially to a customer list, right? Mm-hmm. Awesome. Good stuff. Well, hey, where's the best place for folks to connect with you online if they want to follow you as you build this thing?
On Twitter, probably Alex Baden.
Guys, I get asked all the time, Nathan, you host all these interviews, hundreds of them per month. How do you do them efficiently? And guys, the answer is simple. People always agree to my calendar, back-to-back meetings. I batch my interviews to stay very efficient. And the way that I do it is I use a tool called Acuity Scheduling at nathanlatka.com/schedule. And the reason I use them is very simple. They keep my no-show rate very low because they send out reminders about when the interview or the meeting is coming up. And also, they make it very easy to schedule time, right? I don't have to go back and forth via email 10,000 times with people I'm trying to meet with. Okay, at nathanlatka.com/schedule. It helps me so much. And by the way, look, I have so many meetings. I'm the best at meetings. Okay, I do them back to back, very, very efficient. You guys know me. Many people say I'm the most efficient they've ever seen. Okay, so I use the tool. It's so efficient. And by the way, I got Gavin. I said, Gavin, he's the CEO. I said, I want a great deal for my people. He said, Nathan, well, most people get a 14-day trial. Isn't that great? I said, no. He's given us a 45-day free trial at nathanlatka.com/schedule. That's not going to stay up forever, so go get it now. nathanlatka.com/schedule. Awesome. Top tribe. We will link to that in the show notes at nathanlatka.com/the-top531. Again, /the-top531. All right, Alex, you know what's next, right?
Yep.
What is it?
No, sorry.
You just told me you binge listened to a bunch of episodes. You don't know what I do at the end of each episode?
Actually, when you say bye to the person, I just switch to another one. Probably that you should do like something introductory thing at the end, so people listen to the end.
So you always skip the end part because you find the other stuff more valuable.
Actually, I thought there was some ads at the end, probably. So
that's funny.
So it will be a surprise.
Well, okay, I'm going to surprise you. These are the famous 5. Number 1, what's your favorite business book?
Steve Jobs.
Number 2, is there a CEO you're following or studying right now?
Mark Benioff.
Number 3, is there a favorite online tool you have, like TopTal?
Actually, HubSpot.
Number, you're naming all the people that would be great acquirers of you. You got Salesforce mentioned, HubSpot mentioned. You're doing a good job so far.
Sorry, say it again, please.
I said you're mentioning all the people that would be great exits for you. You covered Mark with Salesforce and you covered HubSpot.
Yeah.
All right. Number 4, yes or no? Do you get 8 hours of sleep every night?
I actually sleep about 3 hours a day. So
you Alex, come on. You function on 3 hours a night.
Yeah, 3-4 hours. Yeah.
I don't believe you. How old are you?
Yeah, it is. I'm 38.
What? Are you married? Single? Do you have kids?
Yeah, I'm married. I have 2 kids.
Come on. How do you survive on 3 hours of sleep? I don't believe you for 2 seconds.
Actually, I do, because we have the teams in different time zones. So I have a nap for an hour or two during the day, and then like 3-4 hours at night.
Got it. So you kind of have two sleeping cycles. One's for 3 hours, one's for 2 hours, something like that. Okay, last question. Take us back 18 years. What do you wish your 20-year-old self knew?
Trust your intuition, actually. That's the problem. I sometimes think, oh yeah, that I should do that, but then my rational part of me is saying, no, we shouldn't do that, and then I was wrong of not following this direction.
All right, Top Tribe, there you have it from Alex of Zero App. They launched in 2012, did a $700K seed round at a $1 million cap. They've got 3 founders, 6 teammates total. So far, they've got 30,000 downloads for their application, 10,000 monthly active users, 2,000 daily active users. They're introducing pricing, or actually by the time you hear this episode, they will have introduced it on December 15th, charging about $300 a seat to companies and corporations. They're currently raising up to $1 million they currently have 200K committed, doing up to a $1 million total raise. Alex, we'll check in later. In the meantime, thanks for taking us to the top.
Thank you, Nat.
If you enjoyed Alex today, go back and listen to Sean Livermore yesterday. He grew his business to over $2 million in revenue and then shut it down. More people should talk about how to shut down companies. It's not done enough. Don't miss that interview from yesterday. Okay, Top Tribe, I'll see you bright and early tomorrow morning. And don't forget, before you listen to any other episodes, subscribe on iTunes right now for your chance to win $100 every Monday.